And we are live. Dubs in the chat, on time stream, on time, let's go. W in the chat, W's in the chat. Wins for punctuality. It's Thursday, you know what that means? We got the notes. At the end of every video, and I'm fried, and I can't remember nothing, I'm like, if only I had taken some notes to remember this stuff. I might remember something. So the last episode, I realized why I have notes. The last episode, I realized why I had this notes app out to actually take notes, because I be high and forget what goes on in the video. So we're actually taking notes this app. I be at the end of the video drawing a blank like, oh yeah, that's what the notes is for. Doy. This episode of the Philly Phil Twitch show is brought to you by Cliff Bars. Grab them on the go. All right, the latest video from 4 hours ago. We're going different creators. The loneliness epidemic in modern women. Men aren't, period, cuts off. Next video, I wish more men would approach women at bars. How, period. It's probably how come men stopped. That's what I would think. Next video, the struggles of women. They look like struggies. The struggies. Like what? I had a double take. The struggles of women hitting the wall at 35. Men don't, period. No, the wall's at 30. At 30, it's over. 35, she's cooked. OD. Overdone. And the fourth video, I already watched. So we got 3 videos. Struggles of women hitting the wall. I'm gonna give my takes on the videos. The loneliness epidemic in modern women. I guess men are not chasing women. Y'all don't want to be chased. Men heard you loud and clear. Stop chasing you. Focus on hobbies and going to the gym, making money. Next video. I wish more men would approach women at the bars. No, it's a scam. It's an L for a man. You approach a woman, can I buy you a drink? You buy her a drink. You're out of drink money, and then you never see her again. She fades into the crowd, fades into black. You don't get a number. You don't even get her email address. let me get your regular address. I could write a letter through a carrier pigeon. You don't get nothing. So they just using you for a drink. And then they hook up with Chad, Brad. They go home with Chad and Brad on your alcohol. So, I'm not loosening you up for the next ninja. Next video, the struggles of women hitting the wall 35. I feel like there might be it's like a 10% chance that there's like a gym in there. Something we could comment in. 90% chance is just women talking about BS. I don't feel pretty anymore. I'm losing my hair. I have to spend so much money on my skincare routine because my skin is sagging. Like, that's what I feel that video is going to be like. So, 2 videos. Loneliness epidemic or more men should approach. Which videos did we pick? Place your bets. Z-Bar.
I realized that it's been almost 3 years since I've had a new crush.
Yeah, I don't care about being a girl boss anymore. I don't care about being an independent woman.
I'm feeling like I am just...
It's been 30 years since you had a crush. Yes, because having crushes is childish AF. You know what I'm saying? You have crushes on a school bus. You have crushes in elementary school. We grown AF.
In a world of loneliness, no one tells you just how lonely your 40s can be. Your 40s can feel really...
The reality is, many women right now are feeling lonely and isolated, not only because they're lacking friends, but they're also lacking intimacy with a man in their life.
No matter how rich I am, no matter how pretty I am, I'm always eating alone. It don't matter how much money I got.
She look like she had a bougie A restaurant. You get some bougie A food. Yeah, you got that. I'll be at home frying up some what's the potato things?
But at least I'm able to get today.
I'm feeling like I am just in a world of loneliness because... Okay, no one like... Like, you're okay, like, no one...
What's some little potato squares?
Okay, alright, I'm not actually depressed.
Not French fries, but like...
Saying, like, it's very rare that anyone is social when you're out in any type of setting. Everyone keeps to fucking selves. Whether you're looking to, like, say hi to a pretty girl or not, or you're just trying to make friends. Like, it's so hard unless I'm literally sitting at a bar where the bartender is forced to talk to me. No one is ever social whenever I'm at home. I'm trying to go out and meet with people. I'm trying to, like, not work from home. I'm trying to go work at a coffee shop from home. You know what I mean? Like, see what happens, right? And nothing's happening. Ever. It's so exhausting and it's so draining. And it's like, why the fuck do I even try? Why do I ever make a product? I'm just like...
We not social because women don't want us talking to them. At risk of getting cussed out, you could approach a woman, hey, how you doing? How's your day going? And then, boom, it's from 1 to 10. You're getting cussed out, and she's making a scene. Everybody is looking at you. No, I'm good.
I'm looking to be my husband. I'm looking to just talk to anyone. Because I'm living by myself. I'm single. My friends are doing things with their fucking husbands. Sometimes it's hard. You try to put yourself out there, but everyone is so used to the easy option of, like, going on dating apps or just sticking to themselves. I don't know. I just don't understand it. I fall blame to it, too, because I sit in my corner and I do my work, and it is what it is. But when I'm out and I see cute men, like, you bet your ass I'm getting the signals, and I'm going up for men. You guys think I'm not...
All right, notes. We're taking a note. What is the video? The loneliness epidemic in modern women. Men aren't dating anymore. Women hitting a wall. It's the full story. What am I going to take notes about?
Men, like, a dude in a Bears hat last week, and I was like, oh, I like your Bears hat. Like, so blah, blah, blah. I went all confident, and then he just really wanted nothing to do with me. I was like, okay, cool, swear, that's what you do. I don't know. Literally asked one of the bartenders, are you single? No, he wasn't. I'm a walking L. It's just like a little defeating. I can't lie. Whatever. And I'm not going to let that, like, bring me down. I'm going to keep doing my thing. Like, I enjoy going to coffee shops and working from home from coffee shops and editing and doing whatever from there. So I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep going out. I'm going to keep shooting my shot. It's just a little exhausting. That's all I gotta say. It's exhausting.
This loneliness this woman is experiencing is primarily due to her not having a romantic relationship, really. She mentioned that her friends are with their husbands while she's out here struggling to date. And yeah, everyone is used to the option of dating apps because that's where society pushed them to go. But what makes it even harder is the comparison. When you're constantly seeing other people paired up, married, or in relationships, it starts to feel like you're the only one left behind, even if that's not actually true. It creates this pressure, like you're falling behind in life. When women started treating men and approaching them as a friend, that shifted the entire dynamic. Guys adapted to that. Instead of risking embarrassment, rejection, or being labeled negatively, a lot of men just stopped approaching altogether. A lot of women are experiencing...
And they get, like, validation. Like, I'm not validating you for you to turn me down. So you get your head bigger. Oh, yeah, I turned down a man today. I'm a bad bee. I'm a bad female dog.
Experiencing this loneliness because the way relationships form today has completely changed.
It's like, nah, you ain't about to get your little adrenaline, your little dopamine hit off of me.
Just about being single. It's about the environment, making it harder to actually connect with someone.
Yeah, I don't care about being a girl boss anymore. I don't care about being an independent woman. I don't care. Someone see me, please. I can cook. I can clean. I can grocery shop. I really got laundry. I fold laundry with it. I fold fitted sheet. I can bake. I'm really good at cooking. I already said.
So she basically just told me she's good at adulting. Oh, you can do the things that every adult should know how to do. Good for you. We do not care.
I'm really good at cooking, shopping, swiping stuff. I don't care. I finished my nursing career. I was going to nursing school. I don't care. I'm over it. I don't want to do it anymore.
I really think that older women is lonely. Can all the older women come out and be like, y'all ain't lonely?
No one tells you.
We do not care.
Your 40s can feel really lonely no matter how many people you're surrounded by.
I was just thinking, I'm probably going to be alone for the rest of my life. How many of you are alone and, like, are okay with it? Are okay with it?
The older I get, the more that I see it. We are the generation of women that was born from the 70s and the beginning of the 80s, where a lot of those women are desperate. I hate to say, but there are a lot of women that's, what, that 45 to 50-year-old range, where those women are so desperate and lonely that even though they leave the men that they claim that's treating them bad, they will still go right back after with the same pair of knees and they still in the condition. We're not going to say that the men that they claim is so bad, but then you come to realize the men don't be as bad as the women claim that they were from the very beginning.
I'm so fucking tired of being alone. I'm so tired of trying to find love on him. I mean, damn. I may not be pretty to somebody, but goddamn, I'm pretty to me. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm tired of this bullshit.
I don't know what point that woman was trying to make, but it seems to me many of these older women are lonely and single. And when you really look at it, it doesn't usually happen overnight. It's something that builds over time. A lot of people assume there will always be mean more time, more options, or a better situation later on. But as the years go by, the dating pool changes, priorities shift, and it can become harder to find someone who's aligned in lifestyle, values, and timing. It also looks like some of that loneliness comes from expectations not matching reality. If someone has a very specific idea of the kind of partner they want, but the people they meet don't line up with that, they can end up passing on opportunities without realizing it. Over time, that can leave them feeling like there's nobody out there, even if there are people they just didn't connect with for one reason or another.
I've realized that it's been almost 3 years since I've had a new crush. And that is really sad because I'm bored.
It's because crushes are childish.
This is what happens when you trust a fucking man. Learn from my mistakes.
Guys, I'm so bad that I'm asking guys on dates. I'm not even saying like I'm approaching them and being like, here's my number, I do that. I'm fully texting guys, will you please go see this movie with me? I'm just like, can you just come over and watch me? I just want to lay on something.
Can I just say it's extremely frustrating that no one talks to each other on the street anymore?
There's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's just that simple. Hey, there's a new movie out. You want to go catch it? Sure.
I just walked out of Whole Foods. There was a guy I was staring at while shopping.
I don't understand why people make it like so complicated. Like, hey, I'm hungry. I'm in the mood for this type of food. Let's go to this spot. Okay.
He was staring at me. I was clearly interested in him, giving him all the signs, and he still didn't approach me. But like, I also didn't approach him.
Like, if women say they're such better communicators, why can't they communicate that?
And what does that? This is.
See, that's what happens when you start pausing, play the video too much. They throw a little ad in there. Oh, you like this part, huh? Z-bar. That's what you eat when you're hanging off a cliff. Eat Z-bars or I'm going to throw you off a cliff.
Their lives, they feel the pressure. We have these women out here craving to be approached, craving the intimacy, but men just aren't biting. These women are now out
They want intimacy, they can be intimate with a beer.
here asking or even pleading men to take them on dates. And what makes this shift stand out is that the dynamic has flipped. For a long time, the expectation was that men would be the ones pursuing, initiating, and putting themselves out there. Now that a lot of men have pulled back, whether due to rejection, changing social norms, or just not wanting to deal with the risk, the silence is being felt on the other side. So now you have women who are used to attention, used to being approached, suddenly experiencing a drop in that. And when that happens, it forces a different kind of awareness, one where they start to realize that attention and long-term commitment aren't the same thing.
Be real. Men barely put any effort these days because they don't have to. Because why would they? There's so many.
Because it's not worth it. It's not worth the effort. You know what I'm saying? Me pulling up at your door with some flowers, ready to take you on a date. I knock on the door. I listen. You getting pounded out by Chad. All you hear is, and I'm a sucker at the door with you know what I'm saying, candies and flowers.
Gorgeous, stunning.
Chad ain't take her on no dates. He ain't game her up. He ain't say 2 words to her. He just straight clapping skins.
Smart, incredibly intelligent women that literally accept whatever he's given. I myself see it all the time where we go on a group that are men and women, and girls are so easy to get. Like, it's embarrassing. It's insane. It blows my mind. Because I'm sitting and seeing how literally at the end of the dinner, she lets him do whatever he wants. He's literally all over her, kissing her, hugging her. Why put effort if so many girls are so easy to get?
You know, men are not lonely enough when they start talking about their fears.
I'm getting the feeling that they don't actually know anything about a man's fears. Because what they're failing to realize is in order for a man to discuss
I fear nothing.
his emotions, let alone his fears, with anyone, but especially with women, they would actually have to
I am the fear. I am. What is the? I go. I don't fear nothing that bumps in the night because I am the bump in the night. Whatever Batman quote.
trust them completely. Because unfortunately, a lot of women tend to use those things against men. But don't worry, this gets even better.
Certainly white men.
Isn't that nice? Someone's letting all of their prejudices just show through. But what exactly, I'm sure you're asking, does skin color have to do with anything?
Like, the system is rigged for you. Why do you have any fear?
Oh yeah, there really are some special ones out there, and they let their prejudices just shine through. But speaking of fears, it's absolutely terrifying that there are a lot of women out there that honestly, truly believe these things, that they think the system is absolutely rigged against them. Although I would be curious, what can men do that you cannot in the Western world?
You know, it's quite funny, because I only ever hear women talk about this male loneliness epidemic, and they always try to do the same thing. They make it about themselves. They think this so-called male loneliness epidemic is due to women not dating them, which is ridiculous. Somehow, these types of women try to insert themselves in there. This woman mentioned that men aren't lonely enough when they start talking about their fears, and that kind of statement misses what loneliness actually looks like for a lot of men. For many guys, talking about fears isn't something that comes naturally. It usually happens when things have already built up for a long time. So when a man finally opens up, it's not because he's not lonely enough. It's often the opposite. It's because he's been dealing with it quietly for a while. But again, opening up is not something men are even allowed to do, because that's like adding ammunition to a Gatling gun to be used against you.
Wait, right now. There is no way I'm ever gonna be able to get married or have kids because first of all, I don't leave the damn house unless I'm going to Harris Teeter or Target or Pilates. You know who's not at those places at the same time that I'm at those places? Men that are providers, men that are literally eligible suitors. With the variables in the equation right now, none of that is adding up to possible husband. What do I do, you guys? I refuse to go on dating apps. I'm way too paranoid for that. I think it's unsafe. I think if you're a man on a dating app, you're already a cheater. I hate you. I can't meet someone through mutual friends. I have like my 2 close friends. They're international. At this point, do I just need to ask my parents to start matchmaking? Like,
See, you can't just assume things. Oh, you're automatically a cheater. No. Either he is a cheater or he isn't a cheater. Just because you say something, such a broad term, doesn't make it factual. It's capability. Yes, he has a capability to cheat on you, but either he is cheating on you or isn't.
I want to get married in the next 5 to 10 years. With that being said, like, how are we gonna make it happen, babe? How are we gonna make it happen? Even if I were to be engaged or have a man, like, you need to go to work every single day. Like, I don't want you in my space all the time. You also need to
I mean, when you carry that kind of mindset, why wouldn't you be single? If you think every man on dating apps are cheaters and you hate them, why would you be fortunate enough to find a good husband when you carry that kind of negative mindset and energy? She mentioned that she wants provider men, but they aren't at any of the places that she goes to. On top of that, if you're going into every interaction assuming the worst, people can feel that. Even if it's not said directly, it comes through in tone, body language, how you respond, how quickly you dismiss someone. That kind of guarded or negative energy can push away the exact type of person you're hoping to attract. Then there's the lifestyle mismatch. If she wants a provider type man, someone stable, disciplined, focused, those men are usually in certain environments, and at the same time, those men are selective too. They're not just looking at attraction, they're looking at mindset, attitude, and whether someone brings peace into their life. If they sense negativity, resentment, or distrust right away, they're likely to disengage.
Let's do Bumble. Starting with you. You can say yes or no.
No, 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 no.
It's basically all no's. Save us some time.
No.
They said no to everybody.
No.
They say no to everybody, but for men, it's the opposite. I say yes to everybody.
No.
He goes through literally 100 dudes, and she says no on every single one of them. She even says, "Oh, that guy's hot," several times.
So out of 100 out of 100, this is no's.
And then still says no. And it's like, where are your standards at? Like, are you looking for Jesus Christ himself? Like,
Cause like that's it. Like the only thing is like, am I attracted to him? Oh, if I would have said she's hot, then it's a yes.
I think you're gonna get off of a dating app. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't think there's a male loneliness epidemic. I think there's a female loneliness epidemic because y'all are lonely and miserable because your standards are so crazy high. Like going through 100 people and not swiping right on any of them. Not only not swiping right on any of them, she didn't even like say, "Oh, let me see some more of that person." She said, "Oh, he's hot, but no. Oh, he's hot, but no." It's like, okay, if you're initially attracted to the person, why aren't you
like on camera though? They did that on TV. Like I would have like at least lied a little bit. The cameras was on. The cameras was rolling. This was being recorded and documented. She's no 100 men. I'd have lied at least a couple. Like, oh yeah, him, her. Yeah.
going through their profile to see if you're interested in
woman brain
other than the very first picture that you see. And this is another reason I just don't believe when women say, "Oh, you gotta make sure your profile's blah blah blah, like do your profile like this." Well, like it doesn't matter because y'all are just swiping no anyways.
Yeah.
And like she's not even that attractive of a girl. Like Brian goes back and he's like, whatever her name is an average looking girl. Like she's not bad looking, but she's like a 6, 7 maybe on her best day, and she's just constantly saying no to potential guys she could date. Yeah, female loneliness epidemic, not male loneliness epidemic.
So fives are too good for fives.
This is how women really be swiping on dating apps. For her to say no to every guy she was shown makes you wonder what kind of man she's looking for. And at that point, it stops being about there are no options and starts looking more like the standard might be unrealistic or too narrow. Because if you're consistently rejecting everyone,
the standards are unrealistic. That's what we learned. That's what we learned in this video. Their standards are unrealistic.
either the pool is completely off, which is unlikely, or the filter you're using.
That's the whole important key information from this video. Women's standards are too unrealistic.
It's too strict.
That's the takeaway from this video. There you go.
Dating apps they already encourage quick judgment. You're making decisions in seconds based on a picture, a short bio, maybe a vibe. So if someone is already going into it with a negative mindset or extremely high expectations, it becomes even easier to swipe left on everyone without really giving anyone a chance. And over time, that kind of behavior can distort perception. You start to believe there's nobody out there for me, but in reality, you might just be dismissing people too quickly before anything has a chance to develop.
Did we actually solve a mystery? Did we figure some ish out in this video? We actually figured it out. It was the female loneliness epidemic, and then at the end we figured out what it is. What? This was a whole wrapped up. It's a whole wrapped up in the, you know what I'm saying, the whole thing, a whole complete thing. All right, we took notes. Let's effing go. Woo! I need celebration sound effects. So that was a complete video. It's there was a case and a point. Women's standards is unrealistic, and no wait. Women, whatever the title of the video was. And then, yeah. Okay, women loneliness, and then we figured out the cause that their standards are too unrealistic. We solved a problem. A problem was solved in the video. You don't see that often. All right, latest video from 2 hours ago. They genuinely are so stupid. Okay. Next video. Everyone instantly called her out. Okay. I already watched that video, so that one skipped. They are out of their minds. Which video do you think we're picking? None of them sounded too appealing. But know what's appetizing? Z-bars.
It legitimately feels like there is an age gap whenever I have a flirt with or go on a date with a guy who's my same age. I'm 23. Not in immature in a negative way at all. They just have this like vulnerability about them. Like they're just so open. Like you can look through their eyes and see all the way up to the back of their skull. Their heart directly on their sleeve. They are neither cool nor chill. I'm sure there are cool and chill guys at 23. I have never met one. I actually don't think they're real. I'm excited.
Because you have to live life to have that veteran stare. You know that meme with the ninja who's in war, and he's like got that 1,000-yard stare. Yeah, that takes a life. Takes some ish happening to you to get that. Every man's all happy and yay. Until you get that death in your eyes.
I'm sure they exist. The young guy is trying to act cool or chill usually just comes off as arrogant and insufferable, so I don't interact with them. And they're very self-conscious. You give them any kind of tease or pushback and they start backpedaling so quick. You don't really dislike
So to answer the question, lack of life experience.
I've just said I just feel the age gap of the same age boys because I usually go for older. 3 to 5 years is kind of like my age gap sweet spot, but I'll go older. I'm not even joking you. While I was filming this, the guy I was having a flirt with last night just texted me to apologize.
So another woman saying that she likes older guys, likes dating older guys, prefers to date older guys because of something that they have. I don't know. But men are shamed for liking younger, 18 and above year olds.
The dice are wild apparently. Why are you self-conscious? Like what's wrong with you, bro?
I just moved to Korea. I just moved to Korea. Okay. I just moved to Korea.
Well, there is no way to sugarcoat this. You are the reason why dating is pretty much impossible for men. You just spent time out of your life to shame a young dude who's putting himself out there. The guy was raised by his sister that told him that all women are innocent cherubs and need to be treated with the utmost respect and admiration, and any faulty step on his part will prove that he's an evil monster worthy of your scorn. When we also consider the pressure that most dudes don't have a lot of life experience at age 23, some dudes are going to be a little nervous on the first date, and your response was to shame this dude online. It was mean-spirited and punching way below the belt, woman. It's this kind of behavior which teaches men that opening up to women is pretty much a death sentence. So slowly but surely, he's going to close himself off, and after being treated the way you treated him, he's not going to bother to date anymore because there's a chance that a less than ever skirt is going to humiliate him online just for her own amusement. You'll then chase after older men, but once they stop talking to you, mainly because your heart is so ugly, you'll accuse him of being a predator as you talk to younger women while also ignoring you. You'll then whine that there's no good men, you'll adopt a cat, and your pulse will become more and more bitter. It's just a vicious cycle that you'll never allow to end, sister.
I can see that this discussion is going in circles. So we're gonna go now. Okay?
While we're on the topic, I want to talk about 2 more things. First, I see a lot of men complain that they don't get complimented. And to that I say, what value is worth complimenting? People are...
I don't want to get complimented. It's nice when I do get complimented. I feel like a bad bee. I feel like a bad female dog. You look nice today. Oh, okay.
Well, they're excellent because they work to be excellent. I used to do my makeup all crazy.
We need I need like an anime. I'm not anime. I need AI. It's like me getting complimented and then I just turn into a baddie. It's like we're on the street. They walk past each other. I get complimented. He says a compliment, or the female says a compliment. I turn into a baddie, like oh, hey, and then I change back.
Take care of myself. And sure enough, no one told me I was pretty. But now that I do that, I get complimented. That guy has a great physique.
That's what it feels like to
get
get complimented.
At the gym. Yes, you're right. There are some women that just glaze each other constantly, but most of those comments are very shallow and said so often they hold very little meaning. They do not function
Yeah,
as natural.
that's about to say they're fake and they're lying. Oh, you look so pretty, girl. You're so no. She's 300 pounds overweight. She looks sloppy. That makeup is not cute. Y'all be lying. You gassing her up. Oh yeah, every man in here is dying for her. No, we are not. On behalf of all men, we're not. You lying.
Natural source of self-esteem that all women have access to.
On behalf of all men, that statement is false. That is not true.
This idea that women can express their emotions. What I see happening a lot and what's happened to me is I express my emotion and I get told by a man you're too sensitive. The same way I see men be vulnerable and then called a wuss.
Oh, poor you.
Sorry, sister.
A wuss. You could say wuss.
But telling a dude that you're too sensitive is nothing compared to the crap that men face every day.
Wussy.
Hey, modern women have been mocking and ridiculing the proud members of the illustrious bottom 95% club for the last decade and a half. We're called ugly, dusty, broke, chopped, stupid, useless, worthless, weak, violent, predatory, and that we deserve to be either sterilized or straight up executed depending on the phase of your period. In fact, the stuff that a lot of modern women say to us would make you scream out in fury.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Like we need our, you know what I'm saying? We need our Franken beans chopped off, and then we need to be unalived. Like they be going hard, and we just be letting them stand, let them get their ish off. Like okay, just no Tuesday. that's.
A man never said it to you. It's not the same thing. Now,
Couldn't think of a name.
Straight up go get them. They are so rare that when we do receive them, it practically blindsides us. We have to take a second to make sure that A, we're not tripping balls, B, that it's not some kind of prank, and C, if we actually believe it and if we're worthy of such praise. That is how rare it is, woman. And it's come to the point where even if a dude is jacked, it's considered the bare minimum for a lot of desperate modern life failures. Now, I'm not saying that dudes should be complimented just for existing. We're not women. We don't need that much validation. But it's come to the point where the mere idea of complimenting
like men don't need validation. They get validation off the ish they did. Like, oh, you just built a bridge from ocean to ocean. Good work.
Man for almost anything is seen as a mortal sin by some modern women. It's hip and trendy to insult a man for everything under the sun. And
You build the biggest skyscraper known to man. Good job. That's how a man gets complimented.
we still don't bitch about it. It comes with the territory. Meanwhile, some dude calls you sensitive and you think it's the same thing as being called a vicious psychopathic serial murderer. Grow up, woman.
So no matter who you are, your emotion and your tone has the ability to undercut your message. If I made a video where I sounded very angry, people would call me triggered and they wouldn't listen. If I made a video that was condescending, people would call me rude and they wouldn't listen. Nobody really respects emotions. I don't want to invalidate men's experiences.
Liar, liar, liar.
I want to let you guys know that a lot of our struggles are two sides of the same coin. I think a lot of men are very tired of being told, hey, you have inherent privilege, therefore all of your feelings are invalid. And a lot of women are tired of not being seen as people. And I think we overcome that by trying to understand each other.
They have a privilege, and they don't even see that they have a privilege.
And have empathy for each other. Instead of saying, I hate all women, I hate all men, and walking around assuming the worst of each other.
And that's an interesting thing.
So their reality isn't reality because they don't see the privilege that they have.
Mathematics is 50% right, you're 100% wrong.
You know, I would be inclined to agree with you if it wasn't for the teensy tiny, inconvenient little fact that we live in a time where hate against men is celebrated as a form of liberation. Now, whether you know it or not, you're participating in that hate right now, lady. And that's because you're saying that the struggles that men go through are the same thing as women's issues. You're taking our valid arguments and concerns and trying to make it about you.
They hate men, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to be part of it. I want to be like somewhere in a secluded cave where there's no man hate. We all just vibing. We all respect each other.
Invalidating our problems to make it about you. Now, I don't care what you have to say. As a woman, you have it insanely easier than a man. You have more reproductive rights.
A secluded cave somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Except for military conscription, you can point a finger at any dude and destroy his life with a single false accusation, and you live in a world where you have
Away from these bad vibes.
endless support from social media, world governments, and the private sector. Meanwhile, a man can't even go to the gym without running the risk of getting shamed by a woman after glancing at her for half a second. Now, to be fair, I will agree with you. People should treat others the way they...
You want to unalive me and cut off my basketballs because I got in the same elevator as you? What? You picked a floor that wasn't mine and I had to wait 5 floors to get to my floor? The minor inconvenience? But I just so happen to be a man, so you want me unalive and castrated?
They want to be treated, but modern women did so much damage that there's just no going back. Modern women have been convinced that hating men is a morally righteous act, and men have been burned so badly that we simply can't trust you anymore. And you're not going to bridge that gap by saying your experiences are just as bad as ours and that we need to be nice to each other. That's hippie talk, and there's no room for something that smelly and unrealistic. The damage is done, sister. There's no going back on this one.
I quit. I quit. I quit.
A hill that I will absolutely die on is that in heterosexual relationships between a man and a woman, it is the natural order of things that the man is in pursuit of the woman and is in devotion to the woman. And as a woman, when you start to tamper with the experiment, i.e. you start to lead, you start to plan dates, you start to initiate contact early on, you start to kind of try to push the ball forward, you are not allowing the natural experiment of things to unfold. The experiment being, if as a woman, you are in your receiving energy and you're not pushing anything forward, what happens? Does that man actually lead and move towards you? And a lot of women don't do this because they're afraid that if they step back, that guy will not step forward. And you know what? That may be true, but if that's true, that's not your man.
I don't know what she just said. Z-bars. Z-bar, Z-bar. Get you some.
Without a doubt, the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Okay, so in other words, just be lazy. Don't do anything. Don't show that man that you care about him and make him do all of the work for someone who wouldn't even lift a finger to be with him. And how's that been working out for you guys, by the way? Because you're forgetting something. Men do not chase, especially the men you desire. They really don't have to. You're naturally drawn to those men and he has qualities that you crave. The only men who chase after women are simps.
I like women who like me.
You hate simps. That's why you expect those men to do everything. You hate them so much and you think they owe you for your time. That's why the simps must plan all the dates. They gotta pay for everything. Open your doors, cook your food, pay your bills, and not expect anything in return. But the dudes you want, yeah, you'll be bending over backwards just to please them. And that's because he's the prize and you naturally want him to choose you. But he's never going to. He knows damaged goods when he sees them. And if you're being lazy and expecting him to do all the work, he's going to realize that you're not worth his time because you're not doing anything to reciprocate his effort. So he pulls away, maybe courts you a few times, and then moves on to the next shit. You see it all the time. The sad part is, it doesn't take much to show a man you appreciate him, but you refuse to do that because he has to jump through rings of freaking napalm just to get a half-assed thank you from an ungrateful harlot. Special thanks to the fine members of the bounty board over on Patreon. You can get
Men
He
hate
was
eye
saying
contact. Especially if they already know that what they're
Word.
doing is wrong and they shouldn't be doing it. Men hate eye contact. That's usually like my number one. Like I'm always going head first thing if you don't have to physically speak to somebody and tell them to be like off eye contact every single time. Now this little tip, get a KNIFE from Walmart. If you're over the age of 16, you should always have a little something on you, especially in your purse. When I walk around with that thing at nighttime, nobody bothers me. Nobody bothers me. Obviously,
keep that thing on you.
like your parents know first though. This one's actually so funny, but I'm being so real when I say practice a lethal dare in the mirror. Okay, a full on like RBF dare that makes people uncomfortable and makes you look very, very, very.
Like she's saying all this, it sounds cute, but like I don't put no fear in my heart, cause like when it's time to go down, like when it's you or me, it's like I'm win. It's like you're one.
Hard to walk up to and bother.
Oh my god, woman, are you retarded? What in the hell is the matter with you? This so-called advice of yours is going to get an innocent woman killed, and you deserve to be shamed loudly for this rampant irresponsibility. Now, gentlemen and gentlemen.
That's like she's telling a pigeon, hey, you're a pigeon and you see a human, stare that human down, because you could take him. It's like, no, I'm just going to kick this pigeon. I don't care that you like look in the mirror every day and you make mean faces. I'm going to overpower this pigeon.
Yes, I'm gonna gonna have to apologize. This rant is going to be much longer than usual, but it's only because I take the subject of self-defense seriously. It's no laughing matter. When I hear something this moronic, I'm obligated to say something. Now, I'm by no means a self-defense expert, but I have this thing called common sense, and unlike this fat moron, I actually have a conscience, and I can't stay silent when I hear something this irresponsible. Nobody should be taking this advice. First off, Hurless is predicated on the fact that it's totally okay to provoke men by being incredibly rude and aggressive, which is not a smart idea just by common decency standards, but if you do this to the wrong man, you're going to provoke him into attacking you. And if he does, and you're following this advice, you're dead. No mercy, no quarter, dead. And that's because this freak of nature doesn't know the first thing about self-defense. Carrying a weapon of any kind on your person requires years of professional training and dedicated practice. Without it, that weapon is going to do more harm than good to you. And that goes triple for an edged weapon, since you have to be in close proximity in order for it to be used effectively. If you don't, you will die. Well, let's go ahead and break this down logically, because one of us has to. When you recognize your life is being threatened, you have, if you're insanely lucky, 3 seconds to be able to react and effectively defend yourself. Your body is pumped full of adrenaline and you're losing most of your dexterity in your fingers. So once that happens, you now have to fumble around with your purse, somehow get it open, hope to Christ that you can grab your blade, deploy it safely and effectively, and quickly use that knife to neutralize the threat within a matter of seconds. And sister, one look at your fat lazy behind, and I can tell that's impossible. And once the attacker knows he's going to overpower you, grab your weapon, and use it against you because you threatened his life with a weapon. But that never occurred to you because you carried that cheap piece of Chinese steel in your purse and assumed because nobody attacked you that it somehow creates this magical bubble of safety. But that's not how it freaking works, woman. Self-defense is not something you just magically know. And if you're not going to take it seriously, then shut your irresponsible and stupid mouth. I couldn't care less about how much you hate us. But what I do care about are all the innocent people out there who don't know any better and think you're giving out wisdom when all you're doing is getting innocent people killed out there. And if you're not ashamed of yourself for being so fucking stupid, then I'm ashamed for you. I know you hate us for existing, but guess what? I don't feel the same way about you or your kind. I actually care about the safety of other people. So I'm going to say this as plainly as I can, woman. Do not listen to retards like this. They will get you killed.
Oh.
And that's going to do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents. And as always, if you find that my particular brand
Which one? We probably not going to get a full manual experience, so I guess we'll get a quick challenge. Took no notes on that video. I don't remember nothing from it. I don't remember the title. Don't remember what they talk about. I got notes for the first video though. We took a note, chat. Let's go. Now we need to keep track of how many days I go without taking notes. Chick-fil-A fires entire staff after video goes viral. Men in the video. Period. Nothing about relationship advice. Feminists tried an Uno reverse with this new trend. Period, and failed. I'm interested. Could be BS, but I'm interested. 20 to 23% chance there's a gem in there. Might be a good video. The reason why men are walking away from dating. Episode 682. He got a lot of F's. He be putting in the work. And this next video. The 6 foot only party backfires on women. They are upset. Now, I'm the only man that could have joined that party. I'd have been at that party. Now I'm interested. I want to click on it. So, which videos do you think we want to pick? Place your bets. I'm gonna get my takes on the video. Chick-fil-A. Nothing about relationship advice. Skipping. Feminists who tried Uno reverse. I'm interested in what the Uno reverse is. Like, you shouldn't have to pay for a date, or I don't know. She flipped something. She flipped a gender. No, you get pretty. I'm picking you up in my sports car. And he's like, okay, I'm grabbing my purse. I don't know. The reason why men are walking away from dating. They got a star, a corn. Who does the corn? Maya Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa's sister, basically, who does the bow chicka wow wow. The reason why men are walking away from dating, and they have her, I don't know. Maybe it's about access to watching skin slapping online. A lot of flapping. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's what they're talking about in the video. Or we could watch a video about how these people are mad that nobody was at this 6 foot thing, and like they got cheated out their money. That doesn't really seem. Now that I like just played out that scenario, I don't really see dating advice in that video. So I wanted to watch that one. Alright, so I guess this one has the most dating advice options. Zvar.
Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got the other day from Man Talk.
I don't know if I'm alone with this feeling. I don't
The reason why men are walking away.
know if this is normal. Like,
I'm a man. I can talk about this.
to be angry. I just was angry because I did not think I would be here. I did not think that I would be 30, a single mom, going on dates. And I would be nervous for dates.
Well, that's normal, sweetie, because you know there's a high probability that the man who's taking you on that date won't commit to raising another man's kid and will probably just bump into them.
This is the way.
This is the way. It's a sad way.
We're not raising other ninjas kids.
Reality for a lot of single moms out there. But most men just see them as pumps and dumps. This is the way.
Just not the way life is supposed to go.
Then you shouldn't have divorced your husband.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I'm not even using that hole no more. I'm using the back door. I'm coming in through the back door.
And again, it sucks. There are probably
The old brown tunnel.
few single mothers out there. Maybe.
There won't be another baby.
But they're gonna get trashed too, along with every other single mother, because the full demographic of single mothers is just usually not good women.
My husband just got home from the grocery store. He took both boys. They're 1 and 2. 3 people stopped him to tell me what a great dad he was for taking them to the store. Do you know how many times I've taken both my kids to the grocery store, to literally everywhere? A million. 3 people stopped me.
3 people, or that was 3 women shooting a shot. It's just, I could spark some conversation.
Is angry.
There's 3 women, that was their way in. Oh, you seem like it's an R word.
Like respectable or something.
Responsible person. You can take care of kids.
Do you need validation that much? That you're upset that your husband got validation and you don't get validation? This is just how sad women are. They're so jealous of their own husband's validation.
Oh, don't tell me having mic issues.
I think this is revelation.
Well, yeah, sweetie, because being a stay-at-home mom and spending time with your kids is not praiseworthy, it's expected. However, being the working dad and sole breadwinner and going grocery shopping, which is your job, and taking the kids with them and leaving you time to be lazy is quite praiseworthy. But instead of you just taking the W and just being lazy, you just have to go on TikTok and post cringe about it.
Yeah, like so your husband did all that to give you time so you can relax and do whatever you need to do, but you come on the internet to blast him on the internet. Great job.
Just like a woman.
And crap like this is why I'll never marry a woman who wants to be a stay-at-home mom, because a lot of...
I also kind of agree with this. I totally agree with the one that's just striving to be a stay-at-home mom. Almost always seems to be a very lazy person. If there's someone that's striving to be a mom, it's different. My mom strived to be a mom, but she did not strive to be a stay-at-home mom. My mom worked almost every day of her life, still doing all the mom duties.
But they're ungrateful and resentful and will inevitably file for divorce.
True. I agree with this.
I have been having the thought that I feel so weird saying it. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. You're physically stronger than me. If you wanted to, you could kill me. I would say that you would never do that. But like there is not a 0% chance of that happening.
I could do that.
Women who thought their husbands would never reality that has been made on me lately.
And guys, in case you weren't aware, this is what psychological and
At
emotional
any point in time, we just don't do it.
abuse and manipulation looks like.
And I'm scared to talk to you about it because I don't want you to get the idea.
No, I think this is like she's having like a mental thing. She just thought like a dark thought. Like somewhere her brain went to like a dark place and then it just like looped onto like a dark thought. That's what I got from this video.
Okay, anything.
Thank you for sharing with me. That is emotionally powerful.
Like if I just thought like, wow, like somebody could just be walking down the street with and just go to somebody's face and then I just like hyper focus on that. That's what I think she's having. I'm pretty sure people who take therapist stuff in college will tell you the words. Oh, that's just manic depression or manic, and she's having this and compulsions, whatever.
And
She probably needs some therapy talk.
I have never once had a thought of what my life would be like without you. Or she has something. She's recording all this.
She's having a psychotic episode or whatever.
This is all performance. Like that.
And this is what a simp who's gonna get wrecked in divorce sounds like. But sweetie, if men being physically stronger than women terrifies you so much, you should have married a woman. But newsflash, the woman you marry can easily delete you in your sleep or put some...
She could, she could married like a effing 15-pound woman. You know what I'm saying? You could blow over with the wind. You so scared of men.
something nasty in your coffee. But if we're talking about women marrying other women, well...
I could not resist, so I had to look it up. From the Office of National Statistics, from a 2019 study, in ever-increasing numbers, we are now at a lesbian divorce rate of 72%. So the top 4 reasons that they are reporting getting divorced is feeling ignored, inequality in the partnership, adultery, and domestic violence. Personally, I feel like this lends some weight to men's arguments and complaints about how women are behaving in relationships.
They
Because
fight.
when you have lesbian statistics, lesbian divorce statistics that look like that, the girls are kind of telling on themselves.
So, yeah, you're actually safer with a husband than you are with a wife, which is kind of sad for the husbands if you think about it.
When you think about it, I'm married to a guy. I'm safe. I'm married to a woman. I might get abused.
Okay, so I'm 35. I hardly wear any makeup, I promise. I wear it a little bit, but not too much.
I can tell you have blush on, girl. Stop lying.
I have 3 kids, and do you think I'm dateable?
No.
3 kids now.
Both just put fake glasses on.
Ladies in this situation are doing everything right? Like, that is so cool for them to have that sense of humor and to put those fake glasses on. Now, everyone's in the comments of this video really bashing the guys because they didn't really have any reaction, like, didn't even crack a smile. And I usually always, you guys know, I'm in your corner. There's two reasons why these guys may have had that reaction. Number one, they're pagan, so they shouldn't find any other woman funny. Or two, they did have a reaction. They were just in shock and they didn't show it within the first 2 seconds. I find it very hard to believe that one of these situations was not occurring because I think that most men would find this to be adorable. Am I right, guys?
I thought it was adorable. I thought it was cute.
I missed it.
Glasses. I was like, they're putting in some work. I can't even be mad.
Or reason number 3, they didn't find those women attractive and they didn't want to interact with them. Or reason number 4, and
Now I'm gonna spit it back, see if they were
they
attractive.
didn't want to deal with women's BS. No,
Let's see.
Yeah, humor.
We got spit. He said attractive. Oh. Oh man. Cliff bars. Cliff. Eat Cliff bars or jump off a cliff and then climb it back up. Oh, 2 commercials. Okay. They're getting their ish off. All right. Okay, see what they did there. Back to the single mom.
Don't just put fake glasses on.
Ladies in this situation are bashing the guys in the first 2 seconds. I find it very hard to
Fake glasses. I was like,
Seriously, ladies, they were there just to chill, and they didn't want to deal with women's BS, no matter how attractive they might be. Seriously, ladies, contrary to what some people on the internet might tell you, you don't get a 100.
It kind of looked like more of like a TikTok thing. Like they did it for like a TikTok video instead of like an actual approach.
% approach success rate just because you have female anatomy. Men can and will reject you. And since a lot of men have stopped approaching women ever since you lovely ladies started showing your true colors on social media, you lovely ladies have only 2 options nowadays. Approach the men you like and risk getting rejected, or don't approach.
And they did like a bad sign. Like I think that's a bad sign. With the hand sign that they did, I think it means something and I think it's bad.
Approach and miss out. Most of you are going to miss out.
So they could have looked like, oh, what is that? You know, it's like the white people thing do when they make you look at the thing, their hand. I think it was that. It's like, hey, it's under the table. You gotta look at this. Oh, I got you, and I'm gonna punch you in your freaking beans.
the other way around. Men don't want to approach. Men don't want to deal with women. You also miss out. You miss out on a lot of things. No, you probably not. You're not really missing out much. You're gonna have more money. You're gonna have more time, more freedom. But if you want a family, I always say, go after it.
Let's talk about some of the rules that I have for the men in my life. I will not drive a man anywhere. If we're going somewhere together, he can come.
Oh, here we go. Another long list of rules. Let's go. Pull out the notes.
Yep. If I
To write them down.
There, then I'm just gonna go somewhere alone. I don't pay for anything for a man. I won't pay for dinner. I won't pay for movie tickets. I won't pay for gifts. I do not buy anything for a man. If I'm going to pay for my own dinner, I'm going to eat it alone. I would much rather eat my dinner by myself. In fact, I'm allowing him to be in my presence. I go to dinner with a man.
All right, cool. Skip. Next girl. We'll find out a woman who does it then. It's cool. We can stop talking here.
And I expect for him to
Next
do
girl.
for me. I don't
Not for me.
I don't give men explanations. I don't give men straight answers. I don't answer most
What do you think this is right now, you idiot? These are explanations.
of men's questions. I require men to ask the question over and over and over again.
So she's not going to answer your question straight. Y'all just have to just loop and undirect BS. I'm already tired of this woman.
For me to identify whether or not they're actually serious about wanting to know the answer and to know more about why they want to know the answer.
So,
Men like direct communication. This, okay. That, okay. What's all this convoluted?
if I, a man, will ask you if your transmission has a stick shifter, you're not going to give me a straight answer? Well, in that case, sweetie, I'm going to assume it does, and I'm going to let you play with...
Does your car have gas in it? Because we're about to go on a long trip. Well, the penguins in Antarctica. We're not talking about that. Man, yes. Well, I'm at a quarter tank right now. And then, well, the trip we need about a full tank of gas. Okay, so let's go to the gas station first. Direct communication.
with your stick shifter by yourself. Because you see, I only date women who have flat transmissions from the factory.
So when there's 4 white male producers in the room and you say something like that to them and they
Oh, here she goes.
I mean, it's kind of devastating and it makes you not want to speak up and say anything again. It's the same with when you sign your contracts. You have, the president and the CEO of the company sitting in the room with you, waiting for you to read it. And when you're reading it, you're not comprehending anything that's written because you're so nervous because people are staring at you.
Which is why you hire a lawyer to explain that contract to you.
When you walked out of that filming area at the end,
Trust me, guys. Dumbass. Anything has to do with lawyer, contract reads, or anything, this dumbass does not read it. You know what I do? I give it to my damn lawyer. He's gonna read it. He's gonna tell me in this
Yes, sir.
because I am not smart enough. But I'm smart enough to know I'm not smart enough and to hire someone smart enough to do the job for me.
and of that particular video film, did you in your heart know this is going to be a disaster for you?
It didn't hit until I think the next day because the event
It's the Philly Phil Twitch Show, Philly Phil Twitch Show, Philly Phil Twitch Show. I'm Philly Phil. This is a Twitch show. Guess we don't got much time to go over the notes. The first video, women were begging men to take them on a date from over 30. The takeaway from the video was they're unrealistic. Their standards were unrealistic. Child time notes. She didn't get any validation for something that they both did. Okay, we get it. So we took notes. Okay, we remembered. That's the point of taking notes. So we remember. We took a note. Catch you Tuesday.